So hello, can you hear me now? Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm super excited to be with you today. And today is all about emotional intelligence. Thank you for joining me. I'm super happy to have you join me here. And as I mentioned yesterday, we have over the coming 4 days, we are gonna break how to be a trusted leader. Day one was about building the self-image. I got request yesterday to share with you the image of the stick person. So this is your wish is granted. I am gonna do this for you today. As well, I got a request if I can provide a script for a trusted self-image. Some people just want like a model in order to get inspired. So I'm gonna do this for those honestly who attend live with me and who sent me the assignment yesterday. This is as well granted for you. And because you requested, some of you said like, okay, you help people 10x their income and you help people like change their annual income into your monthly income. And they have multiplied their income like really, this is mind-boggling. And did they do it overnight? Definitely not. Some of them, it took them 1 year. Some of them, it took them 2 years. But during the 1 year and during the 2 year, they were already multiplying the income. They did not change the annual to the monthly, but multiplication was happening every single day. Okay. So some of them actually did it over only 3 months. So it's not like each one is really unique. It depends where you are at your level of awareness now. And this is how it's going to decide how much you're going to make. And this is going to decide how much results you're going to like manifest faster than others. Because I can talk to many people and not everybody is going to act on what I say. Not everybody is going to like say, no, I don't want to. Like I said, I'm not here about giving you information. I want you to witness transformation. Actually, I have a demo for you today that can help you understand more because I am all like, with all my clients, what I'm grateful for that I always learn from them, they say, Rasha, you make it very simple. And this simplicity doesn't come because just like it happened overnight. It comes for like over many, many years. Investing with mentors who help me like collapse time, investing in myself, investing every single day studying and reading. Like I read a lot and study a lot and I invest in myself a lot. Otherwise, everything is for growth. And if I don't keep on growing, like what is the opposite? It's going to be in disintegration. So this is the demo I would love to share with you today. If the ideas I'm sharing with you, you are not putting it to the test, well, and you are not getting the results that you want, well, that's a waste of your time. Because if I like any sensible being, I can have the ability to accept ideas, I have the ability to reject ideas, and I have the ability to filter and like give it a try. Well, if what I have been doing for long is not working, why don't I try? Somebody who has already demonstrated by the results how they helped others, somebody who has studied with trustworthy mentors. Why don't I try? Because I am talking, guys, about success principles which are basic, but we do not ever follow. I'm going to give you the tools to make it easy for you. So today we're going to talking about emotional intelligence, why it's important in the workplace. Do you know that companies lose every year over $6 billion, over $6 billion wasted because of bad leadership, because the leaders did not help the people who were like really, really talented. They did not create a bond with them. They did not create a vision for them so that they can keep growing. Because if they don't have a mission, what I'm going towards, then why would they stay? There is no opportunity for me to grow. Like this is the max. They don't even offer like a mental health day. They don't offer like they don't invest in us, the employees. So why I'm gonna wait? There are other opportunities. So for here, guys, these are 2 cups. This is black coffee and this is water, clear water and black coffee, okay? I want you to imagine like these are negative ideas, or this is a toxic person in the environment, okay, where you are right now. One toxic person, what he can do by research from Harvard, they actually diminish the performance of the rest of the team by over 50%. Like this is a problem we have to address. So for example, here, if I have 1 sip from this clear white water, and I'm gonna add it to the black coffee. Do you see any change? Like Of course not. Like, but I am adding water. I'm adding crystal water. But over time, if I like keep on pouring, what will happen? The color will become lighter, and by time, it's gonna ebb and flow, and it will be replaced with this one. Okay, so this is the current thinking you have right now, which got you the results. This is the employee you have right now, which is creating toxicity for your environment. So let's do the opposite. If I take only one spoon, one sip from this one, and I put it here, just one person, one toxic person, one single negative idea, like, you see the result is immediate. It depletes you. Okay. So if I pouring more, well, it takes way less to lose than to win. Okay, guys. So I just want you to relate this. I love hands-on. I'm not about talking about hands-on. I want you to understand the effect of just one single negative idea about yourself first as a leader, because we radiate to our team how we feel about ourselves, and they don't listen to what we say. Actually, if you are telling them to do one thing and you are doing something else, they don't listen. There is no integrity. I am not being in alignment with my values. So are you, as a leader, as a trusted leader, clear on your values? Are you trusted what you stand for? Are you trusted? Do you really have clarity why you do what you do? Do you have clarity why you are working in this company? Is there a vision you're all engaged in? Because number one, to get your team from the beginning, let's say you're starting the company or you are doing new hires. The best hirees who are gonna stay, the best hirees who are gonna give you the best results, who are gonna multiply the results of your company. I'm sorry. These guys are the guys who are engaged in a vision bigger than them. So do you have this? Do you have a vision for the whole company to align with? You know, like exactly like Steve Jobs, he had a vision for Apple. People who they are hired in to work for Apples are not. They have the same have the same skills like the people hired for Microsoft, but different values, different vision. If I get the best employee, like the CEO of Apple, to be the CEO of Microsoft, he's not gonna excel. It's not gonna work. They are engaged in a bigger vision. So to build trust with your team, number one, you have to trust yourself. So be honest. Do I trust myself? Do I trust my decisions? Am I clear on what I want? Because the more clear you are, the more you radiate this to your team, and the more you get more people to be on your same page and to want to serve you and be led by you, like not because they have to, because I have to get the money, I have to pay the bills, I have no, because they want to. They are driven by something bigger than that. So do you have clarity for a vision for your company? Do you know why you do what you do? Do you know, like, because this is how the easiest way to gain their trust. Engage them in your why, which is gonna like have a bigger result for the whole team, not only for you. And believe me, if they trust you, they will give you their sweat and blood, honestly, and not like doing it by force. They would do it with love. Today, I want to share with you like some like everyday examples to relate to what I'm saying. I don't want to come and tell you like, do this, don't do that. I want you to understand yourself, because by understanding yourself first, you'll be able to lead a more powerful team. If I don't understand how my feelings and emotional intelligence, now people consider like one of the basic skill for successful leaders. So do you understand how you feel, or you are not aware? Like emotions, by the way, guys, they come in package. They come together in groups. So if you feel like somebody is angry, usually anger there are 4 layers for anger. Okay. For example, like you have a team member who is always angry. Okay. Or you yourself, you are like, you have lots of bursts of anger. Why is that? Anger There is always any negative emotion, like we're going to talk about negative emotions and good feeling emotions. Like, okay, so I'm not saying positive, like saying I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm not talking about this at all. I want to talk about the difference between any negative emotion. How do you know it's a negative emotion? You feel contraction in your heart. You feel like you cannot take your breath properly. Okay, you feel like it's stressful. So if I feel stress in my body, I want to give you a tool right now for you, and you can apply it with your team and try it with me right now. Breathing is the fastest way to break stress, and it's not going to cost you anything. So let's try it now. Like, take a deep breath, inhale always through the nose, hold it a few seconds, and then exhale, not from the nose, exhale from the mouth. So, and then stop like a few seconds and then repeat it. Instantly, in a couple of minutes, you're going to calm down your nervous system. You can use this tool before replying to someone, before like taking a decision. You have to connect, like this calms the brain in a second. So let's do it together. Okay, I'm gonna like say like inhale in, hold, exhale out, double what you inhaled in, wait just a couple of seconds, and then one more round. Hold, exhale out. You'll feel the tension being released from your shoulders that you are not even aware is there. Okay, and then wait a few seconds, and then do last round. Inhale in, hold, exhale through the mouth, and then feel like it's being like, feel looser, like you feel the tension is released. You are not aware, like most people, God created us, we can tolerate stress. But for how long? None of the creature can tolerate stress for more than 15 minutes. Some people live in chronic stress all the time, and including your employees, it could be you. Okay, when we like go into stress over the 15 minutes, it means you are on fight and flight mode. For example, some people live their life like this. What happens when you are all the time on fight on flight? Well, first thing, like all your blood is absorbed, and like it goes from your ends, from your hands and feet, and like it goes there. So you, for your brain, you start to become foggy. You cannot really focus. You cannot think with clarity. It affects your self-esteem as well, because I'm always living in fear, as if there is a lion in the room 24/7. And we are not wired for that. You can tolerate it 15 minutes maximum. So imagine how long you live in stress. What does happen when people live in chronic stress over a long period of time? Mental disease, and I'm talking about mental disease like depression and anxiety, these are mental illness, okay? And physical illness will manifest or show in your body as disintegration, meaning, because if I am always angry, it's like I'm drinking sulfuric acid. That's why when you get anger, you feel there is heat inside you. When you get jealous, you feel like there is heat inside you. When you, like the heat that you feel inside your body, this is like as if exactly you are drinking sulfuric acid, as if you are drinking sulfuric acid. So what's going to happen over time? Over time, the cells burn. The cells become like disintegrated. So by time they change their nature from alkaline to acidic, because you're drinking like sulfuric acid, right? So it's gonna turn to acidic. How does this impact you? It's gonna like part or an organ in your body will start to disintegrate. Anger, for example, people who have lots of issues with anger always have problems with the liver. And God forbid, if it turns to resentment, it can lead to liver cancer. So this is how dangerous understanding your emotional response, and how like emotions, how they can affect your mental wellness and your physical health. All right. So for you guys, I want you to like, please do try the exercise I gave you for breathing. And I am telling you, it's like, it's gonna be a quick snap out of the feeling of this burst of anger. Okay, let's talk today because we're talking about emotional intelligence for you as a leader. If you have a team and you have your audience, you have your followers, you have your clients, how can you handle stress for you? So first of all, number one is awareness. I have to be aware that I feel now the rush of heat inside me. This is number one. When I am aware, what happens? I separate it from the anger. So don't say I am angry. Like if you have a paper, please take notes because I'm going to give you valuable stuff to use and to put it immediately. Okay. So don't say I am angry because you are not your emotions. Okay. You can say I can feel anger inside me because this is the reality. This is not what I'm angry is not the true statement. There is anger inside me is the truth because it is something happening inside me. But I choose now to be the observer. I'm watching it. I am standing in the seventh floor instead of the first floor, and I can see better. I can see anger rising inside me. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, distract yourself from the anger. No, I want you to feel it. Okay? It's gonna hurt. Number two, like say, take a deep breath, like we did together, and then count backwards from 5 to 1. Don't count from 1 to 5, count from 5 to 1 in order to interrupt the pattern. Because there is a pattern of thought which arouses the emotions of anger. It could be like the person who said whatever he told me, he pushed a button in me, which he did not create, but which was there before. This button got triggered by what he said or what he did, or what she said or what she did. Usually, when I question, like by the time you do these steps, you do it by practice. So first time you do it, you may not be very successful. Second time, getting better. And sometimes you will master it and sometimes you will fall back. Don't judge yourself. My please request, don't judge yourself. All right. So that's fine, but it means there is now awareness. So I'm gonna ask then, while I'm calm myself, I count back, I can say, why did this bother me? Usually people are afraid, what they are really afraid of is to lose control. So losing control is a big thing for many people, if not all people. So like you can say, oh, he triggered me. If he does that, then I am not the person in control. Usually people who have this issue are what we call, quote unquote, I don't love labels, but I'm going to use it so we know what we're talking about, micromanagers. People who want everything perfect, who want to be on top of everything. They get like really under a lot of pressure. I told you we can tolerate pressure or stress for 15 minutes, but some people live like this all day, night. And some people cannot even go to bed sleeping because they are thinking about a plastic card or a bill that they couldn't pay, and it deprives their sleep. So this is like chronic stress. And then, as I said, what it happens when it's like chronic and you're living in 24/7, one of two things is going to happen. It's going to either these the negative thoughts, like we had a model with the cup here, you go back. So the negative thoughts will create a loop of more like feeding into more negative thoughts, more negative thoughts, more negative thoughts. Okay. And you're still awake and you're anxious now. Maybe you have a panic attack and you're in bed. Nothing is frightening you. There is no line there. Your thoughts, it's like the stress now is generated by your thoughts and ideas, which are like the line in the room. Okay. Number two, the second option is that they will start to feed the body, like they will turn now to the body and attack the body cells. So now people have autoimmune diseases, people because of like prolonged stress. People have, God forbid, like for those who are listening, like cancer. People have like really chronic illness, which liberates them from moving or taking action or like even talking, like lots of bad diseases. And it all starts with our thinking. I just like want to connect for you today how your thoughts affect how you feel, and it impacts everybody around you, including your team, and it has to start with you. Does this make sense? Like if you want to type for me, whoever is attending live with me on Zoom, sense, or if you have a question before I move forward, I am giving you priority, whoever is with me on Zoom. I am going to giving you all the answers as well today, not waiting for day 5, as we said before. So I want to go as well, like we said, for anger. Anger, usually there is under it fear, okay? And under the fear, there are wants, because emotions come in groups. They don't come in one. And in negative emotion, how do I know it's a negative emotion? I feel contraction inside my body. If I feel expansion, that's a positive, good one. Like what? Like gratitude, like love, like peace, like joy. I don't feel contraction. But if I am afraid, if I feel guilty, if I feel shame, if I am in anger, there is contraction in my body. This is how to distinguish both, okay? So when we hire our team, usually people post a lot about like hire for attitude, but I want to ask you, you are the leader who are attending with me right now. What attitude, which attitude are you gonna hire for? Because there are lots of attitudes, and I would love to dissect for you what is attitude. Attitude is not like how people like, she has a way, she has an attitude. No, attitude is like a composite or the ingredients for baking a cake. Okay, to make it very simple for you here. Okay, so what are the ingredients? It's not one thing. It is like number one, your thoughts. Number two, your feelings generated by your thoughts. Because if I think in a certain way about Asif, or I think about a certain way about Zainab, think about like Karen, if I think about them in a certain way, it affects how I feel about them. So thoughts, feelings, and these feelings drive my action, how I'm going to deal with them. So thoughts, feelings, and actions. So if you have right now a member on your team, you are the leader. Guys, you are the leaders today joining me on this session, okay? What is your attitude? First of all, I want you to do this. Anything which is bothering you, any member which is bothering you, I want you to put them on the list. To get the best of these days, like together, I want you to do the hands-on exercise, because this is going to get you the results and you'll feel the transformation. You can start today by even doing this on you. So if I am Russia, saying like, okay, Russia, what results Russia is getting right now? Like, and then I put it down, the ones which I am not happy with. Let's put it down, okay? One or two, the top ones which are bothering me, okay? Then I'm going to ask these three questions. What are my thoughts about Russia? What in this matter? What are my feelings about Russia in this matter? What are my action towards Russia in this matter? For example, if I want to start a new project, or I want to apply for top management position, okay? I have worked with clients I showed you yesterday who like moved from being like nobody in the company to being like the top leader in the company. So if my thoughts about myself are like, oh, this is so difficult for me. I don't have all the skills. I need more courses. I don't have the connection. I don't have the money to invest in myself. Like I'm just like prompting for you the pump. You think, okay? You may not be aware you're saying this about yourself. So I'm just like helping, and I want you to do it, okay? If I feel like, if I think that Russia cannot, how would I feel about Russia? Like I feel like hopeless. When I feel I cannot do anything, I feel hopeless. Am I gonna be inclined to take action? Am I gonna be inclined to take action to apply to the top management position, or to show up as the leader who is worthy of the top management position? Or am I gonna like start the company I have always been dreaming about? Definitely no. So it starts with number one, thoughts, feelings, and then because this gets me the results. So how am I going to change that? I have to reverse the process. People usually think when they change position, when they leave the company, when they leave the relationship, when they fire the team member, then their problem will be solved. No, you have to start with the thought process first. So I have to change my thoughts. Let's start today. We're talking about us as leaders, because how we show up is going to impact the people who are in our life and who we are setting an example for. People listen, they don't listen, they see what you do. Monkey see, monkey do. No offense, but we all of us learn by watching behavior. We don't learn from talking. Talking is cheap, okay? So if I am saying, okay, what do I want? I want to apply for the position. I want to start my company. Okay, will I take this action from the thought that I can't, I am incapable, I do not trust myself, I am a loser? Will I? Definitely no. I have to step. Yesterday we talked about self-image, and I'm going to show you today a demo as well so that you solidify what we talked about yesterday. So I have to step into a different persona, okay, with a different energy, uh, like with a full trusting myself. Otherwise, I will never take action. As simple as that. So what can I do? What can I do? I have, okay, if Russia, the one who started her own company, Russia who left Egypt and like moved to Canada, Russia who decided to have a new career, okay? If like, how does this person act like, oh, she's confident. Okay, what does that mean? She trusts herself. What does that mean? She take action and she believes in herself. So like I have to reverse the process from not from the results, from the operating thoughts. I will give you like, because when I keep like believing this about myself over time, I have to convince myself first of who I want to step into before I take any action. Because if I come and talk to you right now and I say like, I'm not sure if I can help you, or I don't know, and like, well, who wants to work with me? Nobody. But like if I come from a place I really helped people before and I know I can help you and I can help you, like this is I stepped into a different energy. Each one of us with the most achievement you have achieved in your life, you have only up till now achieved less than 10% of your full potential. So without extra courses, without extra investment, without the help of anybody else, just with only you guys, you can 10x your income. You have like whatever you're doing now, you have inside you what can 10x that because you are using only 1/10 of it. Okay, there is a statistics and I will share with you in the email. Those who signed up for the masterclass, every day I send you like tips and tricks. Today I'm gonna send you as well, like this one. I send you the whole article. So like a study has shown that even like one finger, like we are energetical beings, we are spiritual beings. I mean by that, if I die right now while I'm talking to you, if you weigh me, put me on a scale right now, and then you put me on a scale after I passed away, I'm not gonna be any different in weight. The weight will be the same. Okay. This is the body is just like it's the cloak, it's the astronaut suit that's allowing me to surface Earth. That's it. But the purity of who we are is 99% spiritual. We are spirit. Like if this leaves the body, it's useless. Einstein, they had his brain after he died. Without his spirit, it's useless. Like, okay, so we are spiritual creatures. We live in a physical body and we're gifted with an intellect. What do I mean by intellect? We have dominion over other creatures. We have the power to imagine. We have the power to change our perception. We have the will. We have reason. We have the power to reason, to choose what I want and what animals do not have that. They have only instinct. So I have the power to change myself, my mind about myself. And people who take action, like that's why when I used to read, nothing happened, nothing changed in my results, nothing, really zero, nothing. Because I was explaining everything from my level of awareness, from where I understand. I can like, if I am explaining something to a kid in JK and it's like it requires a PhD, he's gonna understand it on the level of JK. He's not gonna understand the level of the PhD. It's not gonna happen. Transformation, guys, is always inside work. How is this gonna help you when you deal with your own team? How is this gonna help you? If I wanna be a leader for a team, a trusted leader, if I want my team to trust me, if I want to be like in always top management, C-level executives, first of all, when I say that, how do you feel? What happened? What emotions do you notice stir inside you? Is it like, oh, I cannot do this? It's not for me. Look, because what you believe is you're gonna achieve. Like there's not, it's not difficult. In the 1930s, like that was a really, really old story, but it's very impactful. When I heard it the first time, I really was in tears. Because, and I want to share it with you because it can break something for you, a barrier inside you, and it can help you have better results in your life. And this is what I am really passionate about. So there was a guy, he was working in the railroad station, okay? And on that day, all the workers were working, but the chief, his birthday was on that day, so he decided he's gonna let them all go home early for him to celebrate the birthday. And like, it was like kind of a close to the weekend, so he wanted to kind of reward them. Except one was in the compartment which has the fridge. So what happened? He tried to get out. It was locked. It locked. So they locked it. Obviously, they don't notice he's there. And he tried to knock. Nobody heard him. They all left. And he kept on knocking. And he was in the fridge, right? What he said while he was in the fridge: I am dying, I am freezing, it's cold here, I cannot feel my body. How do they know they said that? He hurt himself like he had blood, and he kept writing on the wall some of his last words. This could be my last words. I feel I am freezing. I am dying. That's what he has been saying, okay? They came the following day, opened the fridge, like the compartment, and they found him dead. He died. But the surprise is that the fridge temperature was only like was 9 degrees. That's not the one that's going to kill him. But what he has been priming his mind, telling himself, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying. This is what happened. Your word is very powerful. Don't say, guys, I am a loser, I do not believe in myself, and this is not going to impact the results in your life. It's going to impact. It's going to impact your energy when you walk into a room full of your team, full of your clients. Because you can sense when people walk into a room and you feel like you're glowing. When other people walk into the room and you feel like, oh my God, I feel like there's an energy vampire right now in the room. He's sucking the air. I cannot breathe. And this is true. Because how we feel inside, people sense it energetically. They don't listen to what we say, they listen to how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about what we say. Okay, so if you, for example, like say like Zena or like Karen want to apply, I feel like I really worked so hard, I deserve a promotion. Let's say this is the scenario. You stepped on, like knocked on the door and you had a talk with your boss or your manager, and you said like, I deserve more, I have been working a lot, I really wanted, but if you didn't do the inner work before talking to your boss, you're not going to get the raise. Why? Because if you don't believe first that you are worthy of the raise, and you know and you convinced yourself that you are worthy of it, and you have like documented, I did this, I finished this before the deadline, I saved for the company like X amount of money, I did this and that, and you know, and you believe, comes from the conviction. People respond to your energy about what you say. So versus I come from a place of like, I hope this is a good time, I really would love to ask about this. So they are not going to give you like or reject or accept based on your deservability. They are going to do it based on how you talk when you are talking to them about yourself, how you feel about it. That's why emotional intelligence is crucial. We all have it. We all understand. We can sense if somebody is toxic. We understand if somebody is positive. How do your team feel? I would love you please to answer these questions. Yesterday, I gave you a list of questions. Today, I'm going to as well like give you simple questions. I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. When people sit with you or people have a talk with you, do they leave you feeling better about themselves, or they are avoiding you and they are just like trying not to be in touch with you? Which one? Do you leave everyone with the impression of increase, meaning you leave them feeling better about themselves, or you are always criticizing them, focusing on what's missing? I want to share with you, since today is about emotional intelligence, the 3 killers for any relationship. Okay. So number 1, criticism. People never ever flourish from criticism. I can, and it depends as well how I'm gonna like give feedback to my team. Am I saying like, you did that, you made us lose, or this is not the first time? Or if I see one of my team like season 1, season 2, season 3, and their great numbers are dropping, I can just like say, hey, I would love to, I am concerned about you, your numbers, blah, blah, and I would love to have a talk with you. Is there anything I can help with? Is there something wrong? Even believe me, if he did not or she did not express what she wants from you, just this little conversation and coming from energy, not like, because in your mind, we usually want to not respond. We want to just like, okay, I want to say, I want to answer. I don't want to listen. We're not trained more to listen. We're trained more to talk. Okay. So yeah, am I like, honestly, if you have this little conversation, you're not babysitting them, but you show you care about them. And when people fear that they are being like taken care of, just feeling this genuinely, people will give you their heart. They would love you to be their leader. They are not going to do it because they have to, because they really, really love and respect you, because you care about them. Yesterday, I shared with you the example of Gordon Bethune. Gordon Bethune, he moved Continental. Let me share with you here the slide. 1 second. Okay, so allow me a second. This is the guy, and let's make it here big so you can see it better. So what did this guy do? This guy, when he became the CEO of Continental Airlines in the 90s, the company was the worst ever. Worst ever. Like, employees hated going to work. Employees were ashamed to say, I work for the Continental. They were ashamed. What could be honestly worse than that? They like, people were like, it was a total mess. When he took the leadership there, he said like, something has to change. I'm gonna change this upside down. Many were not on his side and left. They did not believe in what he said, but he persisted. What did he do? What did he do? What do you think he did? Did he like fire everybody and got new employees? Did he change all? What did he do? He put the people, the employees, number one. And he had a book, it's called From Worst to First, how he changed the culture of and the environment inside the company. He put them first. He said like, okay, what is the worst thing that can happen for an airline company? They were the last because they never ever took off on time, never. So they were always down the list. He saw like on the 20th floor of the company, it was just for the suit and nobody's allowed to go there and it's closed doors. He opened his door. He talked to the people, to the flight attendants. He talked to the people who were carrying the luggage. They started to change. They feel like he's one of them. He's supporting them. He would help them with the luggage himself. So he broke this barrier and he created a family. Not only that, he said like, okay, guys, we want to take the company to be like, we want to take it to the top. Are you in? People, when they saw his attitude, how he was treating them, they were in. He said, if we go up on the list for the planes who took off on time, because it's the worst thing that can kill any company, flight company, right? You are all going to get a check, $65. That we're talking about the 90s, it was a long time, and the company has thousands. If everybody gets a $65 each month, just because they were not late, they are helping to boost the image of the company. They are working for, they wanted to make it happen. He put them in a vision, right? This cost him around $2.5 million. But when they were bottom the list, it used to cost them $5.5 million losses. So he invested in them. And with every month, he did not add this to their monthly payment. It was sent through a separate check with a thank you for being part of a company you want to make it the best. And because of you, we are now climbing up and we are now going to be the best. Okay, so he did not change anything. He changed the leadership style. Okay, he changed his leadership style. Instead of like closing doors, feeling like, oh, like these are the people carrying the luggage, I don't talk to them, I am the CEO, or I am the president, or whatever. No, He goes there and asks them, take feedback and change. And he listened to them. So they gave their blood and sweat. The company from worse, I'm telling you, employees were ashamed to say, I work for the Continental Airlines. Because he said, people we serve, we don't see our clients. Our employees serve our clients. If we don't put our employees first, then I cannot blame them if they are taking the company down the hill. So this is what he did. So again, I'm sharing this with you. I want you to reflect on your leadership style. Do you have like, I have issues with this employee, I have issues with this team member, or do you say like, okay, I'm gonna rise above it? Because I always love to talk as well about the emotional scale. When we are, she told me that, so I told her that. This is as if I'm living in the basement, tete-a-tete. I don't have a view, a bigger view. The more I grow in my awareness, like floor 1, the view is better. Floor 2, I become aware that there are other stuff I wasn't aware of. On top of the building, the view is totally different. So the more I grow in my awareness, the more the results and my attitude towards others and my understanding and compassion and empathy rise. And this is what happened to me working with my mentors. This is what I did helping my clients working with me. It's about awareness. If your current results are a direct reflection of your level of awareness, and if your level of awareness is this big, so how about if your level of awareness is this big? The results will multiply this big. The bigger, the results will multiply. And this is what happened with people who multiplied their income I told you about. They have 10x their income, I swear. And I'm gonna because you asked me that, day 5, I was gonna make it only Q&A and optional. I am gonna, on day 5, I'm gonna tell you about the money beliefs and the money mindset that helped me and helped my clients to 10x their income. So I'm gonna do it with the Q&A on day 5 for you guys based on your request that I received yesterday. So please do the assignment, send me any feedback, send me your questions because I take it seriously and I'm gonna answer it for you. So here we have covered that emotions don't come just like one shot, they are layered. So anger, usually there is fear and there is wants, and then there is I deserve. I can, just to make it easy and to be relatable for everyone, when we were kids, I remember that day, honestly, I was crossing the street and I got shouted at because a car was gonna hit me. I got shouted at. My parents like you're crazy, you're gonna die, and they were so angry. I took this anger only, okay? But when I understand emotional intelligence, when I understand it would have been a really different experience, okay? If they under their anger, this is gonna happen. It's the first one, the valve will come, I understand. But if they come and talk to me and say we're so afraid to lose you because under anger, there is fear. We're so afraid to lose you. You are so worthy. I cannot imagine my life without you. Okay. And then under this fear, there is want. I want to see you succeeding. I mean, I'm giving the example of the child and a parent. Okay. So I want to see you succeeding. I want you to see you prospering. I want to see you having better results. Simply at the end, there is you deserve and I love you because you deserve to live a wonderful life and I really love and appreciate you and I cannot imagine my life without you. Same incident, different messages have been transmitted to the child. Same thing can happen to you with your employees. Same to you when talking to yourself. When you feel like you're attacking yourself, you're so judging yourself, say, okay, get that parent inside and say, okay, I get it. I'm not taking all this anger. I'm not taking this criticism. If you want to give me good advice, go ahead. If not, then no, thank you. I am telling you, I did this exercise the first time I studied with Jack Canfield when I was getting my certification. I was crying because inside me, there was the love and there was the trust and there was the deservability, which my always judging myself at that time, I was so hard on me. I have always been an A student, so hard. I know how the performers are so hard on themselves. I know. But if you do not understand how to speak to yourself in a better way, you wouldn't be able to speak to your team. members. You wouldn't be able to speak to your loved ones the way you want. Relationships are important. Okay, we do not live on our own. We all have relationship in our life. And our employees, our team, for them to trust us, for my superior manager to see that I am the trusted leader who is worthy of the promotion, I have to have this emotional intelligence and I have to understand me first in order to be able to understand others. I hope this makes sense so far. So now we talked about attitude and what attitude is and how your energy impacts people around you, because we are 99% spiritual energy. We sense our energy. That's why when you're watching a movie, you will say, take care, you're gonna get hurt. And this is a movie, but you still react to it, right? And you like, because what happens at this time, yesterday I shared with you about the subconscious and the conscious mind. And I have, as per your request, I have, 1 second, prepare something for you to share, which is better because yesterday I did handwritten. So I am sure I can do better than that. There we go. Okay. Just, okay. So yesterday I shared with you the stick person, and I said we are creatures who are wired to think in terms of images. If I don't have an image for something, I'm not going to achieve it. When I tell you like, hey, I mentioned a name of your kid, for example, like Kiko is my son. When I say the name Kiko, I don't have the letters K-I-K-O in my mind. I have his image. When I think about my car, I have the image of my car. So we are creatures who think in terms of images. So if I don't know what the mind looks like, and nobody, by the way, up till now knows how the mind looks like, I won't be able to understand why I'm not getting the results, why I'm not the trusted leader, why I'm not making the income, what's happening. So Dr. Truman Fleet, that was in 1934. He was a psychiatrist. He said, like, I'm done with that. My clients do not understand when I talk to them about the mind. I am gonna create this stick person. This is the mind. And he said the top part is the conscious mind, which has the logic, which has the information, which has all the books and the PhDs we had. The subconscious mind, which is like connected to universal mind. And this one is open until we are 7 or 8. Like this one was not created, the conscious was not created. We only had this. So from age 0 to 7 or 8, you absorbed everything in the environment like a sponge. Okay, including what you believe about money, including what you believe about yourself, and all you believe about yourself right now is not true. It is the opinion of others who love you, but they have said this to you over and over and over until you believe that this is who you are. People who break off, like multiply their income, who land higher end jobs, who have better relationship, they have to let go of the old self-image. Self-image is part of our belief system, and it's like a thermostat, and we can never ever outperform our self-image. Meaning, if I am now making 10K a month, and I would love to make 100K a month, the self-image of the 10K earner is not definitely the self-image of the 100K earner monthly. It's a totally different one. The internal change is what's going to create the different results. Because we talked about attitude, we said it's thoughts, feelings, and action. And this one is responsible for 98% of our behavior. This is why we know I have to be confident. I have to stop eating. I have to treat people with kindness, but I don't. And this is not because you don't know, it's because you don't know why. And it's all because it is part self-image and paradigms, which are the set of beliefs governing your life, is like a governing thermostat, and you can never, ever have a better result without changing this. And this is what I focus on in all my mentorship with my beloved clients, okay? So I want you just here, if you right here, R is for results. So write down, what is the results I'm not happy with? I don't have a job. I'm not earning the money I want. I don't have the respect. My team doesn't trust me. Write it down. Write the results you don't like, okay? Please write. If you can scribble this in your book or your workbook, please do it, okay? So by consciousness, by like awareness, by logic, you know that you should, but you don't act on it. Simple and funny one. Shouldn't eat after 8 o'clock because I'm gonna gain weight. And still you do it, right? So we operate from this self-image, and without changing is, and without doing the internal work that changes the self-image, the results will never change, okay? Like this was for you guys as per your request. I hope this is clear for you. I want to share with you something, because you have it when if you have a team, if you're leading a team, lots of them have lots of potential. Lots of them are having like superior power, but you are focusing on what they are missing or what is bothering you in them. You are focusing on that. This is why you are not in harmony. They don't trust you. It's mutual, guys. If you don't trust yourself, they don't trust you. If you don't lead by example, they don't hear you. So I have something funny I share with in all my in-person workshops, and I would love to share with you today. It's called the selective attention test. Has anybody here done it before? If you had, like, tell me yes or no. It is, I'm gonna share with you. It's a 1-minute video, okay? What I want you to do is the following. I want you to focus only, give your 100% focus on the white team. There is a team, like two teams are playing basketball. Like they are passing, actually not basketball, they're passing the ball to each other, okay? I want you to count and to focus, okay, guys? Ready, be ready, please. I want you to count how many times the white team passed the ball to the other team. But if, for example, he dribbled it first before passing it, it doesn't count, okay? So this is all I want you to do. How many times the white team passed the ball to the other team, like without dropping it, okay? So I will share it with you, and then I'll get your answers, and I will give you the answer, and I will see it together. Okay, guys? Sounds like a plan. There we go. So we're gonna go selective attention test. There we go. Hope you can hear. So
count how many times the players wearing white pass the basketball. How many passes did you count?
okay. How many passes did you count? Type for me in the chat, how many passes did you count? Okay. Type for me, and like, okay, guys, so all you had to do was just to focus on the white team and to see how many passes they had. 1 second, I have an answer here. Okay, I have 10. Any other answers? All right, so let's watch it again. Let's watch it together now.
The correct answer is 15 passes. But did you see the gorilla? This video is from research by Daniel.
Okay, so did you, like, you see, guys, thank you so much for sharing, Zainab. So, like, it is 15 passes. Now, what I want to ask you, did you see the gorilla? Did you notice the gorilla? Yes or no? Because the idea is if I am focusing, oh, yeah, thank you. I love you for that. So when you are focusing on the white team, you cannot see anything else. And this is exactly what happens with you and your teams. When I am focusing on an issue with them, I am totally not seeing what's good in him. And because like I am not helping him, and I'm not helping me. I said, like, yes, toxicity affects, and I showed you by example, like we had the experience of the glasses, water and the coffee. When one drop of coffee in the clear water contaminated the whole glass. right? So one toxic person can drown your team. That's true. But what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed as a leader to lead my team? First of all, I have to be clear on a vision. I have to have clarity on my vision, on my why. Okay, like Steve Jobs was super clear on his vision. His leadership style was not the best when he started because he was so harsh. Still, people were afraid of him, but they loved him, they respected him. Okay, after he got fired from his own company that he started and it was his idea, and he came back stronger, his leadership style transformed. And it was about empowering people to be more innovative. Like people who are using Apple do not like HP, and vice versa. It's a totally different one. It's not that one is better or worse than the other. For example, some people would love to have a red Ferrari, 2 seats, okay? Who wouldn't? And some people like, and there is as well like the Honda, the big one, the van. This is not bad, and this is not bad. This is not good, and this is not good. It depends why you want it. You want it for like having fun and dating, and like, of course, the red Ferrari will be ideal for you. You have a family and you have kids, and you want to like travel with the car, start taking them, driving them to practice and stuff. Definitely, the Ferrari is no use to you, right? You will opt for the Honda. Even it has more value for you. You're clear on your why. So get clarity on your why you do what you do, because this is the best and easiest way to attract people who believe in what you believe, because you are clear, you have clarity. Okay, I have another example I would love to share with you. Like, Phil Jackson, the coach who trained for the Chicago Bulls, when he was at that time the coach for them. This is the team that had 6 NBA championship, the team that had people like Michael Jordan. Phil Jackson focused on them as individuals. He knew the strength of each one of them. He had them together. He had the NBA, winning the NBA 6 championships in a row. It doesn't happen by coincidence. It takes emotional intelligence. It takes you understanding and having the compassion to understand others. People who are always in a rush, 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 they don't have the time to understand themselves or to understand others. I can honestly relate. I'll be very honest and sharing part of me. Before diving into self-development, which was almost 12 years ago, I had a serious concussion. Like it put me in bed, and I had moved from Egypt to Canada. I had moved with my kids and my husband, and he was at that time still traveling and working in Egypt. And my kids were like, one of them was 8 or 7, and one was 11, if I remember right. And at that time, no family, nothing. I was so always in a rush, always everything, like not having time to breathe. Okay. So when I had this concussion, it was grabbing a bag of milk from Costco. And at that time, they had metal bars, and they had the bags in metal. Like it was made, whatever the structure they had, the bags in was metal. It was coming up. I had the hit. I had a concussion that put me in bed for over 2 months. No family to support, nothing. Strangers were gushing to the house to help. My son at that time was the one who was staying mostly with me. My daughter was being like driven by other people helping around. And lots of people I don't know were gushing to the house, like getting grocery, help clean the house, help take care of the kids. That was like, if you say, oh, this is ouch, this is too bad. That was a blessing in disguise. Because at that time, being alone, my partner, my husband wasn't here. I was on my own. I had the time to reflect on my whys and what I want. And if I have been rushing, if I have been like not achieving the results I want, something has to start with me. This was actually a blessing in disguise. So some people usually say, like, if something bad happens, if this is bad, well, actually, what happens is neutral. But it's a gift because it gives you the chance to slow down and to reflect. And when you come with knowing what you want, what you really love doing, people who align with you, you don't have to push people to work with you. You don't have to push people to hire you. You align with their values, right? If I am, for example, like Vegan. I know, like, well, you will know when I go to the supermarket, you see what I am buying. I am clear that I'm vegan, so I'm definitely not buying meat. I'm definitely not buying any products coming from animals. I'm not vegan, by the way, but I'm just giving an example. So I am clear. The choices are easy, and people who sees my basket know who I am. So are you clear on your leadership style? Do you know, like, what are your values as a leader? Do you know your why? Are you clear on that? Because companies who are clear on their why make our choices as buyers very easy. Because I know, oh, this is, I stand with this why. People who like love the Harley Davidson, like they love it. They belong, they have it like tattoo to their bodies, right? But I cannot, for example, be if I get good advice from people who are doing what I'm doing, and but they are not me. They can tell me, oh, but you know what, Rasha? A bag of chips, when we added to our diet, it made us happier. And another one, a bag of Oreo helped me. A bag of M&Ms. Okay, I can go to the supermarket. Somebody like celery can go and buy all this stuff. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna spend more on stuff I don't need. I'm gonna waste more time. I don't actually have the luxury to lose a lot of time. Yesterday I shared with you the time standard. I hope you go back and see it. But when I am clear, like, guys, I'm vegan, or guys, I am whatever, like I only eat veggies, but like, I know what I want, so I'm not gonna opt for the stuff which is not in alignment with what I do. Exactly when you're hiring your team members, when you are building your team. Are you clear as a leader, or you are misleading them? Is there clarity? Is there integrity between what you say and what you do, or there isn't? Because this will allow you, it will save you a lot of time. You are not like, it's not like copying, like, oh, what people are doing, and then we'll copy it, because tomorrow is gonna be a little bit over the time. I'm gonna go a little bit over the time, because I will talk about decisions, and I will help you to understand what kind of decisions you are afraid to take and why you are not taking them, and the steps. And tomorrow, I promise you, at the end of our meeting, and it's going to be experiential, so I'm going to ask you to stand up and to do some exercise. So please, free this hour. It's really worth it, and it's one of my favorite. Breaking through fears while to do what you love, to go after what you love. This is a huge one for leaders tomorrow. So is this something will be interesting for you? Please book the hour of tomorrow. We might go a little bit over time because it will be experiential. You're gonna do exercise with me and experience it. Okay, does it make sense? Do you have questions for me here so far? Yeah. So learning how to talk to your team. In your team, you may have the competitive, like, team member. So competitive, they love competition. They love. So Steve Jobs became so clever at that. He knew that he had competitive team members. He said, like, okay, this company has excelled us at this product. Are you gonna leave them win? Like, and then they get steered about it. First, they have a vision. That's what I say, like, trust. To build trust, you have to get your team in your vision. It's not about you. It's bigger than their own even dreams, but growing together will help us all. This is the best leadership. And to build the trust, to listen to people. Like, remember Bethune, what he did from worst to first. It was no miracle. Like, he went and talked to people. He did not, like, he took off the hat of, I am the CEO, or I'm the vice president, or I'm the president. He took off this hat. He knows that if his employees are not happy, if his team is not happy, the result will suck. Does this make sense? Yes? Yes, does it make sense, guys? Yeah? Are you finding value? If you find value, kindly type for me value, so I know we are on the same page. Okay, so yeah, love you back. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for that. I'm gonna, like, before leaving you, I promise that day 5 will be about money mindset, how to multiply your income. What's the money mindset shift that happened for me and for my client? to 10x their income or to change their annual to their monthly income. I have worked with phenomenal people, honestly. Rami Ashur, I don't know if you know Rami Ashur. He has won the world champion for 6 years in squash. And he hired me when I was in Egypt. Last time, that was over 3 years ago, in order to do workshops for his academies there. Because now he runs his own academies, and he's like a very, very like professional athlete, person. Like I am so much in love with studying the principles of success and the laws of success. And this is what, guys, helped me and helped others. And one of the best books you can read is this one, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. But again, yesterday I talked to you about it's not about gathering information. I was reading from my level of awareness without working with my mentors. I was staying where I was. Honestly, the results really were bad. I'm not going to go there any longer, right? So I'm going to share with you right now. 1 second. We're leaving you because every day we have the workbook. If you don't have it, please let me know so I can send it to you. 1 second. Stop share this one. Okay. I want to share with you the questions in the workbook to reflect on and give you ideas, because I said, please don't answer any day before we meet, because I will always give you ideas and better understanding to answer it. Okay, so let's go. This one is not.
Simons and Christopher Chabris.
Stop sharing. I'm sorry about that, guys. Stop. Okay, 1 second. Yes, there we go. Now share. Okay, got it, I got you. There we go. I want to share just the workbook. Okay. And it's on Drive. Oh yeah. And here, Trusted Leader Workbook. That's where I want to go with you, day 2. If anybody hasn't done the exercise for day 1, guys, this is crucial. It's building up on every day. So please do it. I got some yesterday and I give my feedback. I promise those who attend and send me the assignment, I'm going to give it a feedback on the spot. Okay. So this is for day 2. Be honest when you answer the questions. Nobody is here to judge. I'm here to help and serve. So about your leadership vision. What qualities do you admire in other leaders? It was for yesterday. This is day 2. Assessing trust in your leadership. So be honest. Do you see yourself as a leader? Give yourself a number from 1 to 10. The first one is the right one. Even it's 1, go ahead. It's 1. What actions have you taken in the past to build trust with your team? Please reflect on that and don't beat yourself up. Whatever you knew, nobody knows better. Nobody can do better than what they know. Everybody does the best with the knowledge, the best knowledge they have. So don't judge yourself, please. Okay. Number 3, what would your team say is the most trustworthy behavior you demonstrate as a leader? So what do your team say about you? Do you know? Are you aware what they love about you? What would your team say you could improve to earn? So like reflect on that, okay? A second one, what's one action you could take tomorrow to build more trust with your team? Is it like deciding to do the 5-second rule, counting down when they say something which can provoke you, and asking yourself the smart question, what is this threatening in me? Is it threatening control? Is it going to make me less? Be very honest about that. Think of a situation where trust was broken in your team, and we all have gone through that, guys. What happened? How could you have handled it differently? This question, please, I want to go through it because I don't want you to beat yourself up. I want you just to remember not to do it to dwell on the incident. I want you to write it down in order to reflect. Okay? So because when I separate the event from the emotion, wisdom happens. Okay, guys? And the reflection question, always every day I ask you to end with this reflection question. Gaps you are building trust with your team, and what's holding you back from making these changes? All the workbook is designed to help you every day to go in depth about you, not about anybody else, to help you be the trusted leader you would love to be. It is like the compound effect, better results. Income, the 100% will rise. Team will be like the loyal loved ones, not following you because they have to, they are forced to. Number three, relationships will be better, not only at work, even your intimate and close relationships, because the more awareness you bring to understanding emotional intelligence, the better the results will be. Does this make sense? I just like, please, please, please do the assignment. It's for you guys, it's not for me. But when you share it with me, I am able to help you and guide you better. Thanks to the questions I got yesterday, I was able to give you today like a better image of the how the stick person and how we think. I was better to say like, okay, I'm gonna put in the mindset class day 5. So please share with me, okay? I value you, love you, and I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. I'm super grateful to have you all. And before ending today, I want to ask you to do one more thing, which can really, really set you on fire. I want you to please like do the breathing exercise. This is going to take us like 3 minutes. You can wait, that would be wonderful. I want you to take a deep breath in, inhaling through the nose, hold, and then exhale through the mouth, the double, and wait, and then again one more. Inhale in, hold, exhale out through the mouth. One last time, inhale in through the nose, hold, exhale out through the mouth. And I want you right now, don't open your eyes, please, and keep breathing. I want you to imagine the kind of leader you want to be. I want you to imagine how you are leading your team. See yourself walking into the meeting room, commanding the room just with your presence, not because of what you say. See the team like they feel like there's spark in them when they see you, and feel the energy in the room shifting just because they see you there. See your superior. If you are the owner, then you have no superior to you, but see the result. Be everybody's saying like, I am super grateful he is my leader. I am super grateful because he's not just like he's building a legacy, guys. I am super grateful I learn something from him every single day or from her every single day. Imagine seeing yourself there. Get the feeling, guys, like I shared with you, we think 98% from our emotional mind. We do not think from the logical. Honestly, if you want to do something, do this, write it down when you're done. Right? Say, do the illogical, because the illogical will get you different results. The logical is set by your mind and other beliefs. Okay? With this high note and this feeling, fill yourself so much with the feeling of like feeling proud of yourself, feeling grateful for your team, feeling grateful that you got the awareness to change your leadership style and lead your company in a different path. Be grateful that you can really like lead with empathy. You are not rushing. You have the power to listen, and you listen with empathy, and you give them feedback, not criticism. Okay? Because if you want to kill the relationship, criticism, sarcasm, and making fun of them or belittling their opinion will make them shut down, will make them not stay long if they're the best talents, guys. They are not going to tolerate that. And you have the power to build a wonderful team and to be the leader everyone really, really loves to follow, not just really have to follow. Okay? Thank you so much for being with me here live. I am super grateful for you. Please ask your questions because it helps me serve you better. And I am gonna meet you tomorrow, 2 p.m., same time like today. And we might go a little bit like 10, 15 minutes more, okay? Have an awesome day. And today is super excited about making decisions like the top 1% leaders. And you're gonna love it. So decide like what I've been holding, what I've been afraid to take action, because tomorrow we will do what we're going to do. We'll help you take one action towards it. And I promise you will do that. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And see you all tomorrow at 2 p.m. Bye, guys. My pleasure. Loved having you. See you tomorrow at 2. Bye bye.